Hey guys, Seth from Silver Cell Gaming here, back again with another video this week, and I thought I might cover something a little bit different. Well, not cover something different, but do something different. I have kind of touched upon CyberPunk in the past, and just talked about, how big of a deal it is for it to be releasing next year, and just how big of a deal it is for games in general, and what it could possibly do for the industry down the line. But I thought, let's touch on the lore of CyberPunk 2077. Something I didn't actually know much about until today when I was planning to make this video. It was a lot of research I had to do, but I've somehow compiled it all into a little bit of a list here. But I'm sure a lot of people do know that, this game was originally an RPG, and a tabletop RPG, not just a video game, but, a tabletop RPG that was released in 1988. And obviously a lot of these games come with a, pretty big backstory and lore, usually. And, the game itself has gone through a lot of different iterations throughout the years, with it originally being Cyberpunk 2013. Which, fun fact, was when the original teaser trailer came out for this game. And guess when Cyberpunk is releasing? 2020, which was in the next iteration of the game came out, called Cyberpunk 2020. And since it's almost 2020, why not cover the lore? But obviously the new game's a bit further, about 57 into the years. I'm very tired. Sorry for the terrible commentary at the moment. Let's just cover the lore. I think it's interesting. This video might be a bit weird. I'm sorry for the regular viewers if this is a bit weird, but let's just get into it. Cyberpunk is set in a dystopian near future, obviously, with it being set in 2077, and it's set in Night City, a fictional California city, after its founder, Richard Knight. Between then and now, the USA has suffered a vast socio-economic collapse that has sent major ripples around the world, throwing the entire planet, but especially the West, into chaos. And the US government is fucked. It is done for. And it all starts in 1990, when the US intervenes disastrously in the Central American War. This, together with the release of a US-developed plague to target drug plants, stokes anti-American sentiment among powerful Central American cartels. With the backing of European Union, who are much more competitive in this alternate universe, these cartels prosecute a savage drug war all over the Americas. In 1993, they're even able to detonate a small nuclear device in New York, killing tens of thousands of people. This only worsens in 1994, with a massive global stock market crash that hits the USA hardest, causing widespread unemployment and homelessness. A nuclear accident in Pittsburgh drives internal migration, as that is a drought across the Midwest, which leads to a food crisis. The family farm is essentially wiped out, so corporations come to control all US agriculture. Food exports to the rest of the world cease, which obviously causes its own problems, let alone the ones that are going on in America. In 1996, the president and vice president are assassinated, and the US government fragments. The NSA, CIA, FBI, and DEA form the Gang of Four and collude to further their own interests. Criminal gangs are established all over the USA. One of them, the Bloods, takes almost total control of Miami. Executive order is passed down the ranks to the defense secretary. This suspends the Constitution and declares martial law. By now, 1 in 4 Americans are homeless, leading to the gangs nomads. Over the next few years, toxic spills occur all over USA. A 10.5 earthquake shatters LA. Tensions in the Middle East escalate to nuclear war and reducing much of the region to radioactive slag, halving the world's oil supply. And now several states succeed from the United States, including California. So the USA is a pretty shit fucking place. And doesn't sound like the world's going too great either in this lovely alternate cyberpunk universe. So, yes, sounds awesome. Corporate powers has been waxing across the globe. As business exploits the opportunities created by this chaos, corporations have been training their own armies as early as 1997, and ultimately the enfeebled US government has no choice but to turn to them for help containing the nomad gangs and cartels running rampant across the country. The corporations take most of what they liberate for themselves and only grow stronger. Governments across the world, and especially in the US, are then powerless to prevent a series of corporate wars. And that's it. That's pretty much all that we know in the RPG game, tabletop games. It's not a lot of lore, but there is still quite a bit there, and I think it's interesting to know, and it'll help, just provide a bit of a backstory to what's going on in the world of Cyberpunk when the game comes out. Obviously, there's a lot more of a time jump between 2020 and 2077, so I'm sure there's a lot more lore to come with the new game. But I do think it's interesting to actually know what's going on before this game. And I'm pretty sure Johnny Silverhand is killed in one of these wars, who is the character that Keanu Reeves is playing, and he's playing like a ghost kind of character in the game. So that's interesting. But that's really about it. And I think it's interesting lore. I just thought I might do something different for a video. And Cyberpunk is a very popular thing at the moment, so you got to get those views. But, it really just shows that what the fuck happens to the world when the government's gone. And I think the game's going to show a very good view of the world. But from what we've seen in the trailers, the world seems to have somewhat knitted itself back together. And there seems to be somewhat more of a government system in place and corporations running the world, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I think I probably am, but I don't think things have managed to get much better in the new game. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say in this video. I did find this lore all over the internet. I just kind of combined it together and I just made this. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week for another video. I'm not sure what on. Running out of video ideas, not gonna lie. I think I might do Batman Arkham next week, and just talk about why we haven't got the game in so long. So come back next week for that video, and make sure you go check out our Twitch. It's it's a great fun time over there. Go check the website. There's always cool articles to read up over there. I think it's always fun to read, just whatever's up there. And you've also got this channel. Please come back. Please subscribe. Please like the video. I'm very tired. And I'll see you guys next week for another video.